Malawi is here to show us what it has. It's a very, very small country in Africa, in the southern part of Africa, one of the tiniest countries, but it has immense beauty, attractions, scenery, wildlife, the lake, and everything that you have to offer as far as tourism is concerned. So the size is not a disadvantage, it's actually an advantage, because in 5 hours, you can see everything that I've just said in 5 hours.
Now, how do you entice them to stay? If in 5 hours you can see everything.
Absolutely.
Tell me why you're gonna. What's your plan?
As the Ministry of Tourism, we have two key functions. Number one is product development. Number two is destination marketing. So destination marketing is exactly what I'm doing to you now. It's exactly what we're doing here at the WTM. But after we have invited the entire world to come to our country, what are they going to see? So that's where the destination market, the product development comes in now. So we want to ensure that our SMEs, especially the middle income tour operators, are improving the products, so that when people come, they not only come for 2 days, but they come and stay for 10 days, but they also do repeat visits and they refer us to somebody else. So we want somebody that has been to Malawi for 5 times, but they've also told other people to come to Malawi. Because what you experience in Malawi is something that you will never see in any other country in the world. That we can guarantee.
Let's stay on the product development. What are you adding to the already existing product to make it exciting? Because as you know,
Yes.
The needs of travelers are changing. So definitely something that.
Thank you very much for saying that the need for travel is changing and the tests and the reasons for traveling are changing. So what we have done is we have demystified what tourism is all about in our country. Because I think at first it was about going to the lake, swimming in the lake, or going on hikes and all of that. But now we have demarcated it. So there's sports tourism, there's agri-tourism now. So we are promoting what we are calling integrated tourism approach. So what that means is that in agriculture, do we have something there that we can turn into a tourism product? In mining, in education, in sports, in religion, all of that. So we are now, demystifying what tourism is all about and now advancing or promoting other sectors of tourism that we never thought were made possible. Number two, what we're doing is that the very things that we think are primitive, is the very thing that people would want to come and experience in our country. So how we prepare our food, how we raise our children, our girl child, our boy child, something like that. So somebody was still talking, I think in one of the meetings that I attended, they said the Philippines, they are known for their beaches and all of that. But there's also something that people want to go to Philippines to see. For example, they have 100-plus-year-old tattoo artist. And where they stay, it's very difficult to get there. But people queue for days to go and see that tattoo artist. That's the same thing. We have people that in our country, part of our culture, but we think, oh no, people don't want to see this. But those are the very things that people would want to travel around the world just to come and see those things, just to come and see those people. I saw in one of those Arabian countries, they brought in someone that they weave baskets. And I was like, we have people like this. Absolutely. They're on the streets all the time, especially along the lake. They do this, but that consciousness to say these have something to do with our culture, showcasing who we are as a people. And that's what we are trying to do as a country as far as tourism development is concerned. So we are moving away from the mainstream tourism, classical products, into those things that we never really thought that they could add value to tourism development in our country.
The year is just rounding up. And for you as a tourism minister, if I'm to ask you what were your key takeaways and what do you project into the ensuing year, what would that be?
I think for me, one of the things is about accessibility, because that's one of the challenges that we've had as a country in terms of people accessing us because of the direct flights issue. But I think that's neither here nor there, because from the tourism perspective, what we can do is only push our counterparts in the Ministry of Transport, Ministry of Finance to do the infrastructure development and to do the policy issues regarding the connectivity issues. But it's about integration. And I want to repeat this, and I've been saying it, and I will never stop saying it. The consumption of tourism products in Africa, especially, is not mutually exclusive. People that are coming into Big Falls in Zimbabwe or Zambia, in Livingstone, are available to come to Lake Malawi, are available to come to Mulanje Mountain. So we need to ensure that we are integrating. The challenge there is Africa's failure to remove restrictive visa restrictions, for me, is not only baffling, but it's also frustrating to travelers, but also people that are doing business within the tourism sector in Africa. So we need to capitalize on what we are calling the continental reciprocity framework in Africa, so that we make people to be free to move within Africa freely, within Africa. Because if you look at our numbers, both in Zambia, Zimbabwe, within the region, our inbound tourists, 70% of them, they're coming from within Africa. So why would we want to restrict people that are giving us much business? So we need to ensure that we are removing visa restrictions. People are moving freely, and it's not just people, it's goods, services, everything. So what works for Malawi will work for every other person. So for me, regional integration is very, very critical to tourism development in Africa.
2025, what are we expecting to see in your region? I mean, as far as tourism is concerned.
As far as tourism is concerned, we are hoping that by then we'll have at least 2 direct flights coming into Malawi, because we're working very hard to ensure that. Yeah, we have discussions with Qatar Airways. We are having discussions with other airlines as well. That's why also we brought in our Airport Development Limited here, so that from the policy perspective we can advance some of these discussions that we have already started having. So we are hoping that. So that is going to take away the connectivity issue. It is going to ease off the tension a little bit. But you are also aware that this year the president removed visas for 79 countries.
Yes.
That has also made things a little bit easier for us as far as connectivity is concerned. What that has done is it has also improved even our numbers. So now we are even over and above the numbers, pre-COVID-19 numbers. So we're very excited about that. But the second thing for us is that when we analyze those numbers, we have seen that people are coming into our country for business. So 60% of our travelers. So if now we are hovering around 1.1 million somewhere there, but they're coming for business. They come for a meeting 2 or 3 days, 5 days, and they are gone. We want to be attracting leisure seekers from around the world, people to come and just have leisure. And we have stunning landscapes. We have absolutely amazing wildlife safaris. We want people to come and experience those things while we are also building products. Because what we have done is we have given ourselves time to learn, to understand each market. So for people from China, when they're looking for tourism, a tourism destination, what exactly are they looking for? People from Germany, because those are different. People from America, people from Spain, what are they really looking for? So for us to meet the demands of each and every traveler of every market, it takes time. That's what we have been doing this year, learning each market, and then now developing the products to suit those demands and those needs. So while we're doing that, developing the markets, we're also working on the infrastructure development and then the regional integration aspect as well.
Thank you so much.
Thank you so much for having me, Kojo.